Chapter-7. Those who hunt the spell. The land of men stretched far beyond the borders of the forest, over vast plains, ancient villages and fortified stone-walled fortresses. Unlike the realm of the forest, magic was increasingly weak here, hidden in corners of legend and remembered only in old songs. Men had built their houses, cultivated their fields and, in their desire to subdue their land, had forgotten the mysterious forces that supported it. But not all men were content to forget. Some feared what they could not understand, others hated the forest because it made them feel small, weak, subject to a mystery they could not master. From this fear and hatred, an ancient, hidden society was born, with deep roots in the blood of the kingdoms, the Arrows of Night. On a moonless night, under the vaults of an abandoned fortress, by the light of flickering torches, the chosen ones had gathered. Their hall was carved in stone, with cold walls on which were inlaid symbols of hunting. Arrows, wolf heads, piercing eyes, in the middle, on an iron pedestal, burned a green fire, fueled by strange powder, whose sparks seemed to bite from the air. Around the fire, the members of the order stood hidden under black cloaks, their hoods drawn. Each wore a carved mask, some like the faces of predators, others like bird skulls, and others smooth, so as to leave no trace of their identity. Their master, known only as the Archon, stood up. He wore a falcon mask, and his voice rang out sharply, like clashing metal. Brothers of the night arrows, our time is near. The enchanted forests are weakening. The spirits are growing old. But new beings are rising from the spell, and this must not be allowed. If the world is to be free, it must be free of magic. The forest must burn, and those who defend it perish. A loud murmur filled the hall. The masks sparkled in the green light. "But Archon," said a voice from the ranks, "it is said that Queen Linyara has given a body to a creature of the forest, fearsome being, half spirit, half man. If the rumor is true, she could stand against us." The master raised his hand. "I know. The old premonitions speak of her. The claw woman, as the spirits call her. But fear not, no spell can withstand if it is hunted patiently. We will send our scouts into the forest, find out where she treads and tear out the root before it takes hold." The night arrows were not a society of simple killers. They were an ancient order, bound by a blood oath. Each member had to let a drop of their blood burn in the green fire, which recognized them and gave them strength. In return, they received the power to feel the presence of magic, like a smell of smoke in the air. One by one, people passed by the pedestal, pricking their palms and letting their blood drip into the embers. The fire crackled, sparks flew, and the hall seemed to tremble. The Archon raised his voice. "Today we swear to hunt the spell to the end. Not for glory, not for gold, but for the salvation of men. May the shadows hide our steps and sharpen our arrows." The chorus of voices answered in one voice. "May the shadow be our shelter and sword." Although their words spoke of the salvation of men, each carried something else in their hearts. Some had been damaged by the forest, had lost their children lost among the spirits, had seen their flocks perish under attacks by enchanted beasts. Others dreamed of the power to conquer the lands, and magic was the only thing that stood against them. For some, the night arrows were a belief, for others, just a tool. But together they formed a greater danger than any lone creature. After the oath was concluded, the Archon drew his hand over the embers. From the green flames rose an image trembling, the silhouette of a woman, with black hair and burning eyes, who seemed to blend in with the leaves. "This is the being they are talking about," he said. "If the rumors are true, she has the power to connect the worlds. Such a bridge should not exist. If it strengthens, if it binds to the spirits, the balance will break in favor of the forest. And the people will remain slaves to the shadow." Those gathered clenched their fists. "We must find her before she finds the heart of the forest," the Archon continued. "We have spies in the villages. We have hunters who know the hidden paths. We will weave our nets slowly, unseen. When she steps into the land of men, we will be ready." And the corners of the hall stood the most feared of them, the Arrows of Night. They wore not only masks, but also dark armor, inlaid with symbols that gave them resistance to charms. Their bows were forged from black wood, and their arrows had tips sprinkled with night poison. Each hunter had a trophy animal tattooed on their skin, a symbol of the first magical creature they had slain. He was said that once a hunter killed a being of the forest, the soul of that creature remained bound to him, giving the hunter power, but also a shadow that haunted him. After the gathering, the order dispersed. Some set out they gathered information from inns and fairs, where tales of enchanted beings slipped between glasses of wine. Others prepared huge traps, forged of cold iron and dark curses, and the fortresses, the nobles who supported the order offered gold and troops, and the villages, rumors were sown, that the forests brought plagues, that spirits stole the souls of children. Fear was the night arrow's most powerful weapon, and they used it masterfully. But while the order stretched its threads, something was also moving in the forest. The spirits sensed the hunter's approach, and the forest grew restless. The trees whispered warnings, and the waters changed their course. The claw woman, without knowing it yet, was already hunted, and the last seen, the Archon was left alone in the Hall of Shadows. The green fire burned smolderingly. He removed his falcon mask and revealed his face, a scarred one with steel eyes. Looking into the flames, he murmured, "The forest has taken too much from me. Now I will take back what is rightfully mine. And if it must burn, let it burn." The embers flickered, projecting silhouettes of flaming trees on the walls. And so the hunt began.